Come on.
All right. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I am here joined with Inti Campo.
Good morning, people.
He's going to be checking the chat group, make sure that you guys are all having fun in there and behaving yourselves. And he has a few words to say.
Yes. As it's always good to remind you, this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not a financial advice. You should always do your own research before putting your hard-earned money on the market.
Awesome. We have like exciting show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about JP Morgan and how, they don't want you buying Bitcoins, right? No. That doesn't help them, right? They need to buy a lot of Bitcoins, right? And if you go and buy them, then they can't get any, right? We're going to also talk about that great conspiracy theory, right? That basically shows that they are buying, even when they're telling you not to. Right? We're also going to do some technical analysis on bitcoins and a few other things for today. So, with that said, let's get started on the TA. So, okay, that's gold versus the Dow. All right, so here, that's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, William, you know what? There's something wrong here. Every day I come in here and this is not right. This chart is not right now. If I reload it, that's the person who developed Coinergy. He's the CEO of Coinergy, and it seems like sometimes that candle just comes off wrong. And the wicks disappear and so forth. So something's not quite right. All right, with that said, as you can see, we started this week off with a downward stroke here, and you can see, there you go. There's a bug here. There's a big bug because that weekly should not be doing that. And so we closed the last week with a green candle, great, and now we're heading into a red one. And let's head over to daily. The daily is far away from that 13 EMA, which got me concerned, but not so much. I think we're going to still chop around up here for a little while and let the 13 EMA come to the daily's price action. Right? I really think that we might bounce up from here, get the kids all going. Yeah, we're going to the moon, before we actually dump on them. And that's the case. So let's take a look at a lower time frame, right? Let's see here. Let's start with the 4-hour time frame and see what's going on, right? Oh yeah, I have a trade here that's actually opening up. I opened up on this late last night. I decided to go on this trade here. If you're interested on that trade, you have to join the Pandora's wallet trading group, right? We have like a what's it called, a Telegram group where we share some trades, interesting trades. So if you want to be part of that Telegram group and see those trades, you can do so by subscribing to Pandora's wallet. All it takes is 1 month subscription to try it out, and you can see exactly what we're doing in that group. You just head over to www.pandoraswallet.com, right? And you subscribe to like 1 month subscription of our 1 month, or for now we're giving the 3 months for a 50% discount if you're interested in joining the group. Sorry, no more. If your subscription lapses, you will be removed from the group going forward, so keep that in mind. So as soon as you get that 1 month subscription, it might take us a while to get you into the group because we're still programming the system so that it automatically adds you to the group. But don't worry, we'll extend your stay in our group should we take some time to get you in there. All right, with that said, let's take a look at the price action. We can see that we're bouncing back up here. This is a green candle, even though It looks red because of the colored coins. Let me just take the colored coins off so you can see that it is a green candle. We're heading up to break the SAR. Probably going to, we've created a W here, so you can tell that that trade's going to be doing very well. And we're going to head probably a little bit higher to the target to convince people that we're actually going higher when we're not, probably. Let's just see what happens, right? Because the market will do whatever it wants to do, but there is no indication. Interesting. No, there is no. Well, wow, that's interesting. That's interesting. I did not see that before. There is a divergence here on the MACD. Wow, I could have sworn that wasn't there before. I guess I was wrong. All right, so there we go. There is a divergence on the 4-hour. Oh, this is the hourly. Okay, that's right. Okay, that's why. I thought this was the 4-hour. Okay, so that makes sense. That's why I didn't see the divergence on the 4-hour, because that's not the 4-hour. All right, over here on the hourly, this is where the hourly should have been, right here. Let me just take off all the... Oh yeah, there was another explanation for that trade, but yeah, there you go. From my trades, you're going to see that this is a double dip DAVO, but I explained that in the group, what a double dip DAVO is. Double dip. And yeah, so looks like we're going to be headed up there very soon, but I would not be a buyer here, right? I would wait for the market to really give us some sort of direction on a daily. And we could see, the thing is with the daily, we could see Bitcoin take off once the 13 EMA catches up to the price action. We could see that the market goes, yeah, nope, and it'll go a lot higher. That's a possibility going into the halving, because everybody's expecting the sell the news event at this point. Too many people are expecting the sell the news event. And when everybody is on one side of the bet, meaning sell the news, generally that actually goes the market goes the opposite direction. So keep that in mind when you're where you're placing your bet. So if you're interested in getting into Bitcoin, and because you're tired of the bankers printing money and giving it to their friends and not to you, right? Yeah, you want to own Bitcoin, the real currency that that's fair and honest, right? Where it doesn't make any sense, because it clearly doesn't make any sense that 1,000 out of 1,000 people working hard, only one person gets free money. How's that work? Do you like that? Do you think that's a fair situation, right? That you get to work hard whilst another person gets to for free and tells you to go work like a dog. That's just not. This is just unbelievably unfair. So you want to get ahead. You want to use the advantage of the fact that you're here early to Bitcoin and buy in, and make sure you don't go all in at this point in time. Just buy a little bit. Just do the dollar cost average. And if it goes down, great. You got a little bit of dry powder to go and buy some more. If it goes up, right, great. You're in profit. So yeah, that's how you want to play this thing. Now, if you want to also trade, I would suggest you not do so, unless that you go to the classes. You type in the rationalinvestor.davincej15.com and learn how to trade. You'll get $50 off the first year course, and really all you need is the first year course if you just want to do swing trading and basically trade the long-term events of in order to make money during change switches, because everything moves from overvalue, undervalue, overvalue, undervalue. And if you time this right, when something's overvalued, you switch to something that's undervalued, and then you could build up a lot of wealth if you keep doing that over and over again. And learning how to trade in general will show you how to see when something is overvalued and switch. Now, of course, I will let you know that that is a very difficult thing to do, even though when your mental brain is showing you, yeah, you got to get out of this asset and go into that asset. Because one, you're thinking, oh, it's going higher, it's going to go higher, and two, this other asset is crashing to zero. Well, I'm not going to buy that. So it's very, very difficult. And by learning how to trade, it will help you go, you know what, I have to do this because I know this is right, and even though my emotions are telling me it's wrong. And that's what you should do before you get into trading on Bybit. If you want to be interested in Bybit, in trading on Bybit, just type in bybit.davincej15.com, right, to help out the channel. And same with Femex, right? Those are two places where you could trade and get some bonuses for doing so if you head over to the bonus pages and you do all the cool things that they want you to do. But again, can't stress it enough. Learn how to trade first. All right. With that said, let's go on to talking about the J.P. Morgan, right? Advises, and Goldman Sachs advises clients to not buy Bitcoin, claims the industry exec. Now, if we scroll down, right, I want to answer this guy's question, right? I have a client who was ready to buy Bitcoin after talking to his advisors at JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, told me he's not interested anymore, explained Adam. Partners at D-AIM, I asked what they and instead of answering, that's what they said, I guess what they said, he asked me to explain in one sentence what's the benefit to buying BTC now in terms of proven results. In one sentence, in terms of proven results. Look at the chart, the long-term chart. Let's take a look at a monthly chart here. Does that look bearish to you? Right? I mean, it's a little messy here, right? I don't know. That looks pretty amazing. That's pretty much it, right? That's all you have to look at. Just say, shouldn't I be buying that? That's one way. That's one thing, right? Another thing is, well, if you think that printing money is going to do well in the future for you who have to work for it, then you don't need to buy Bitcoin. But if you think this money printing will not work in the long run, well, then you should probably get some Bitcoin. And they're doing this only because they want to buy Bitcoin, of course. And you can see, you can prove, and if you don't believe that, if you think that I'm being Mr. Conspiracy Theorist, right? Crypto Zombie did a video about this, and he talked about the great crypto conspiracy. And if you're interested in both the Crypto Zombies video and the Great Cryptos Conspiracy, where they point out that JP Morgan, the last time he said, hey, if anybody buys Bitcoin in my company working for JP Morgan Chase, I will fire them. And meanwhile, at the same time, it costs the price to dump, and at the same time, they're buying it up. So you know that's the same case here. Dude, billionaire dude, don't get near that Bitcoin, man. It's bad stuff. Bad stuff. Because you're gonna lose your money. We'll tell you when to buy. At 100K, you can buy. But now, no. Oh man, I can't believe these guys. They're jokers, man. Jokers. All right. Well, before we get into the questions and answers, I want to also if you've already purchased the Pandora's Wallet subscription and you're having trouble getting into our Telegram group, please, there's a video in the description below that I'm not going to play here, but it explains how to get into the Telegram group. If you play that video, it will explain everything you need to know on getting into the Telegram group. All right. With that said, Inti, are you ready to with some questions from the audience there?
Yes, sir, I am.
Awesome, awesome. What do you got for us today?
Okay, so for now it keeps being kind of slow, but once we got some questions going, people are going to start asking something really interesting. So, for example, this is from Mr. Fred, and he said, when do you think Ethereum 2.0 will come online?
When do I think Ethereum 2.0 will come on? I think they're probably going to try to keep it on the schedule. But I don't know for sure, really. I'm not the developers behind that, so I can't tell you for sure.
Excellent.
All right, next question.
Okay, we got a lot of questions about alternative cryptocurrencies. This is from Golden Lionheart, and he asked, does XLM Stellar have a future?
Well, I think all cryptocurrencies that have like a large market cap still have a future if they're still working on it, if they still believe in the project, the people behind the project believes in them, and are willing to produce keep working towards producing a product for consumers. So that's why I own a little bit of Stella XLM, and I think that you should own a little bit of everything because you don't know which is going to do well in the future. And so, using the little lady style of trading, you can benefit from that asset going up, and face raping to some new heights that you never thought was possible. And profit from that. So that's why I like the little lady strategy. All right, next question.
Talking about little lady strategy, Super Megaton said, hello Davinci, what do you think about BTC dominance? Because people like you and me, which have like a lot of coins with a little lady, want to see those odds moving. What's happening?
All right, let's just, actually, I wanted to bring up the dominance today, and things are not looking so good for us holding altcoins, as you can see. The price, when we last talked about it, we were saying if the price goes out to this and breaks out of this area, we're going to see Bitcoin, as dominance increase probably up to like 90% or more. Should it break down, of course, right, and it doesn't look like it is, it looks like it's Wing out, right? If it breaks down, we're going to see, obviously, an altcoin season. But things are not looking so good for alts. And so you can see that we're bouncing off that trend line here and bouncing off this resistance level. So but keep in mind, it's not game over yet, because as much as this looks like a W, this can easily turn into what's called whoops, hang on, let me just, I got my drink in the way there. Once again, this could easily turn into an M, and M out, and see you when I see you, right? Once it M's out here, which will break of this line, right here, that's then we could possibly see an altcoin season. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong section there. There we go. So what we have to do is if it stays like, just hugs this trend line, comes back down and breaks this line here, the 64%, we could probably see it break down further and break this resistance level, and we'll see an altcoin season. But the charts so far are looking all green for Bitcoin and dominance, and we just have to wait and see, because we don't know what's going to happen, and we'll let the market decide what's going to happen. I would say that we're probably going to resist this level, if you ask me, and come back down. Alts have really taken a beating. And they've never had a chance to even shine one time, and eventually they will get their day in the sun, because when people come into this market, they'll be looking at Bitcoin and go, I can't afford it, and going, oh, look at that, that's only one, that's only a few pennies over there, I'm going to buy that. So yeah, that's inevitable. No matter what you see, what we do, that's going to happen. All right, next question.
All right, so this is from Pavan Kumar, and he said, every recession so far has proved in appreciation of value by USD and for gold. Do you think it is the first time new asset will have the benefit like Bitcoin?
Well, I wouldn't say every single time in every single recession that gold benefited from and the dollar benefited from. Well, I would say the dollar probably benefited from every single recession, right? But I haven't looked at it. But I would say probably the recession of '87 probably didn't see gold do anything. But I'm not 100% sure on that. So with that said, I really think that Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a new asset class that exists, that's never existed before, we're going to see things that most people think are impossible, because its job is to become money, and as its job is to become money, that requires Bitcoin to go a lot higher. And it has to be in the range of where gold is in the market cap for it to function as such. So we're going to see prices that most people right now think is ridiculous, and that's 100K or plus, right? And I don't know what to tell you, but that's the way it is, right? It's going there, and because we need a new system, right, which doesn't steal from everybody, right? Compared to, I mean, we're the public is going to come to the grips, saying, hey, wait a second here, what's happening to all my money? I'm getting poorer and poorer, and you know, a lot of you, even though there's a lot of us in this space right now, there's a lot more people out of this space who don't even give a rat's butt about Bitcoin, and they'll come running once they realize that they've lost money and they want to figure out why, and that's when the stampede into Bitcoin begins, and you want to be well positioned for that. All right, next question.
All right, this is a super chat from iSlim01. Thank you very much for your support, mister. He says, I'm a few Hundu XTC away from Tesos node. Worth it?
Okay, I'm a few. What? A Hundu?
Yeah,
XTC,
HUNDO.
Don't know what he meant by that either. Okay, away from Tezos node. Worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Okay, so I guess what he wants to know is if he's just a few. Probably it's a term for the smallest unit on Tezos is the word that he's using, and he wants to know if is it worth mining Tezos. Now, one of the things that people have told me about Tezos, because I didn't find that, I'm like, everybody wants to mine Tezos, everyone's thinking Tezos, and I'm like, okay, so what's the value proposition of mining this other than to sell it later and make some more money, and then so who's buying this and why they're buying it, right? So that they can mine some more Tezos and make some money too. Okay.
Okay. So I'm being corrected in the chart. I'm being corrected in the chart when this gentleman said hundu. He meant hundreds, and it's an abbreviation. I didn't know.
Hundreds. Okay.
A few hundreds of XTZ.
Okay, I did not see that. I've heard that term before, actually. Now that I think about it. So I would think that why is Tezos doing so? Why is everybody so pumped on Tezos? Right? Is it just the marketing? Right? Because you're saying, okay, well, what I know from Tezos is that it's works like Ethereum, right? But okay, fine. How many people are developing applications and DeFi applications on Tezos? How many applications do you see? For example, is Tether running off of Tezos? I don't know. Maybe it is because they're running off of multiple platforms, right? But you need to see a lot of applications running off of Tezos to really see the advantage of that platform, and that's why I'm concerned, right? Because a lot of people are like hyped up on Tezos, and I'm like, okay, please tell me why you're doing this, right? Because I'm not getting it. I'm not seeing why you should mine this thing, why you should stake this thing. But hey, yeah, I mean, people could probably say, you could have probably said that about Bitcoin, right? Why should you mine Bitcoin, right? In the past, right? But again, this is just one of many cryptocurrencies out there. And what's the difference? Well, why can't you just take all your money and put it into Ethereum and mine that later on with their what's it called, staking rewards in the future? I don't know which one. I think you'd get a better result from Ethereum than you would Tezos going forward. But that's just me. All right, next question.
Okay, so this one has to do with what you just said, because Marco wanted to know your thoughts on Tezos. You just talked about that, and Algorand as competitor to Ethereum. Who will dominate?
Ethereum. I mean, come on. Let's get real here, right? Ethereum was first. Every major corporation is building off of Ethereum, and not Tezos or whatever system that you think is going to be the next Ethereum killer. That's not happening. All right. So let it go. Right. Can it happen in the future? Maybe. That's a long shot bet. Right. When Ethereum's got such a huge lead on everything else. All right. Next question.
Okay. We have a super chat from guess who? From Super Google Lee. Yes, sir. This gentleman asked, "Is the third stage of the oh my God, I need English classes. Is the third stage of the bear market coming to the stock market now? Will crypto follow?"
I don't think so. It could be, but I think there's going to be a little bit of a fallout for May, only because, you know, the saying "sell in May and walk away," and then we're probably going to see the Fed come out print like crazy because they don't like that, right? Or they'll mob the smartest thing for them to do is just let it go and print the next month, following month afterwards, and then get everybody all excited. Maybe I should have not sold, right? And let the market test the bottom and then roll it back up again. That's what I would do if I was the Fed, right? Manipulating the market. I would make it look like it's going to W out, right? To get people really excited. So I mean, that's what I would do. I don't know if the Fed's going to do it, but you know, they will risk not pushing the market higher on the right bottom with their printing press. So I don't know. Let's see what they do. I don't think we're gonna see the ultimate, like, oh my God, capitulation sell-off in May, if that's what you mean, and that's my personal opinion. All right. Next question.
We have another super chat from Mr. Rafael McEnroe. I think I pronounced it correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for the support, sir. And he said, "Hey, Dav, rocking into TRI level 2 class shortly. Yeah, TRI for the win."
All right.
Okay, he said PMA for the win, and love the with them headphones. You look like Carl Cox comment.
Carl Cox. I don't know who that is, honestly. I don't. So I can't comment. All right.
Are there more TRIs on the chat group, on the chat box? It would be great.
Mm-hmm. So somebody in TRI?
Yeah, this gentleman, of course, but I don't know if anyone else. And we have another donation from Islim01, just donated $2 more. And he commented, "Cause the governance good for tokenization of asset." Okay.
Is the governance what?
He said, because the governance good for tokenization of asset. He probably was commenting on something you were talking before.
I see. Okay, so he was just mentioning the governance, probably the governance of Tezos. I don't know. Well, all right. Next question.
Next question. Okay. Let's see. Okay. This is from Mario Romani. And he asked, what do you think about, he didn't write it like this. What do you think about Elon Musk's favorite altcoin, Dogecoin? If I can add a comment to that, I would buy one sat of Dogecoin only to say I have it. Because I hate the fundamentals.
You don't like Dogecoin?
I don't like the fundamentals.
It's not Dogecoin, it's Doge.
It's Dogecoin. Oh, okay.
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, Dogecoin is fun. I mean, it goes up and down like a horse drawers, right? So you could always like make some money out of that. So yeah, I have owned some Doge, right? And yeah.
You do?
Yes, of course, man. Why not? Why not? It's fun. It's a fun cryptocurrency, right?
It's literally buying a meme.
Yes, exactly. It's literally the person who built it said it was just a joke. Why are you guys taking this thing seriously? But yeah, it's done fairly well actually over time because it hasn't like it's been going sideways, up and down, right, and hasn't been collapsing straight down to zero.
Okay.
Like most coins do. All right, well, let's do a couple more questions and then call it a day.
A couple more. So this one is from Javier Camargo, and he said, Davinci, little bit more clear for the new people. You recommend to buy Bitcoin if JP Morgan says not to, or no?
Yes, I recommend that you buy some Bitcoin, but not a whole lot, right? Just make sure that if you have none, right, that you have some, right? And at this point, at this price right now, absolutely. Then, make sure you leave some cash at the sidelines so that if we see a dump in the next little while, that, hey, you know what, I'm going to, add more to that, to my stack. And just do that. Because, this has got me thinking, yeah, these guys are evil, man. They're probably going to pump this thing into the halvening and pump it hard. Because, you know what? As much as we could say, well, we should see a dump in the halvening, what we could see is Bitcoin dump from a higher level. And if it dumps from a higher level, we could, that's odd because you know what, my camera is synced. I'm wondering, my camera is synced, but yours is not. You're still talking in my view. I'm wondering if everybody else is seeing that because it's kind of weird.
Oh,
but
I see myself kind of accelerated.
Exactly. Okay, so there is a little bit of an issue. We got to figure that out for the next stream. All right. So yeah, I think that we might go higher and then dump down to these levels in the future, right? Because that's a possibility, right? And so if you have no Bitcoins, you might want to ride that up. All right, one more question and then we'll call it a day. One
more question. I have, can it be two? A really short one and a really important one.
Okay, two then.
Okay, but before that, I noticed that there are 665 people watching the stream right now. Thank you very much, people, for your support. Yes. And as I always said, if you want to continue supporting Davinci, leaving a like is completely free. And we highly appreciate your support. Again.
Yes, thank you very much.
And also a super chat, a donation from Thomas Larsin.
Thank you very much, sir. Thomas.
Okay, now, keep Alan, because this gentleman has an awesome memory. He asked you in last stream, for a book about how the financial system works, and you couldn't remember the name.
Oh, well, now I remember the name. It's called Remnants of a Stock Operator. Here, I'm going to bring that up for you guys on the screen here, so we can. Yeah, I finally remembered it, and I was like, because it was bothering the heck out of me, talking about Jesse Livermore, right, and how he manipulated the stocks and manipulated people to rip them off, basically. And you can see this is an example of what they do, and they do probably a little bit more now, right, with advanced technologies on the market. So if you're interested in that, that's the book. It's free because it's an old book, and you can probably find a PDF somewhere on the internet on that subject. All right. Next question, or is there
The last question. This is the real one. This is from Matej Bernatovic. I hope I said your name correctly. And he says, can you ask Davinci what happens to fiat money on crypto exchanges when bank holiday event happens? Oof.
Well, when we have a bank holiday, we're gonna have a reorganization of our financial system. So in most cases, you're going to take a 70% haircut on your money across the board, one way or another. Whether it's going to be actual taking it, or they're going to actually inflate it away and say, okay, well, now everything's more expensive, basically by 70%, and that'd be that. Now, of course, they can't just say that. Of course, they'll say, okay, well, now we have this new monetary backing system, and it's going to be this asset, and they won't mention that it's 70% loss, right? That will just occur naturally in the market. So, watch out for that, and that's coming. We're very close to that. All right, well, thank you everyone for watching. I have to head over to the office. I have a few things that I need to do in the office today. That's why we did this stream a little earlier. And wow, I really appreciate the 644 people that are in the stream right now. Please hit the like and subscribe button. The channel is growing slowly, and I appreciate everybody watching the show. It's unbelievable that so many of you are interested in what I have to say, and I'm glad that you're here to learn about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and basically protect your wealth from the future inflation, because it's coming. And if you haven't seen the video popping up here, please check it out. It's a video that about Pandora's wallet, and thank you for watching. Cheers.
Cheers, people. Goodbye.